I never touched keyboard before. I never using computer before. And I say, what is internet? He said, Jack, search whatever you want on the internet. I said, how can I search? What does search mean? He said, just the type. I said, I don't want to type. Computer is so expensive in China, I don't want to destroy it. He said, it's not a bomb, just a type. So I typed the first word called beer. At that time, very slow. Come out the American beer, Japan beer, and the German beer, but no China beer. So I was curious, and I was type China. No China, no data. Came back to Hangzhou with $1 in my pocket, scared, worried, and I came back and I said, I want to do something called internet. We are not a company that normally China calls. We call ourselves a company running a platform, a company that is running an ecosystem. We are almost everywhere. People say, Jack, you are in the B2B and B2C, and you're calling C2B on finance and online payment, logistics, cloud computing. You are everywhere. Not because we're greedy, not because we want to do it, because we have to do it. If we do not do it, China e-commerce in the years will collapse. I remember 9 years ago when I started Alipay, people say, Jack, don't touch the financing sector because it's illegal, you may be in prison. And we taught ourselves if we don't do it, the China e-commerce will always like a chat room. Everybody say, it's a good thing and I don't pay, you don't get the things. So I say, well, put me in the prison. Let's make sure that Alipay, the payment solution works. And people say the payment solution is such a stupid idea. It's an escrow service. I pay you, hold the money, and you get the things. You pay the money. If you don't get the things you want, return the money. They say it's a stupid product. And I say, as long as it solves the problem, I like stupid things, Let's make stupid things smart. Keep on improving every day.
When I started the business, because it's so difficult to be a small business owner in China, it took me 5 months to borrow $500 and still failed. No chance. And it is, and I have no any idea about how to run a business. And when I go to register a company called Internet, the registering officer said, no, there's no such a word internet in the dictionary. How can you register an internet? So he said, you have to register another name. So I said, what's the name? He said, computer consulting firm. And I have no idea about what is computer. So my first company is Hangzhou Hope computer consulting firm. It was tough. Without knowing anything about technology, without knowing anything about a computer. In the past 15 years, been working. I call myself like a blind man riding on the back of the blind tigers. Those experts riding horses, they all fell. We survived because we worry about the future. We believe the future. We change ourselves. We never completely understand.
Every 5 years, we have a review for our strategy. Now, our strategy is always to look at the 30 years and 10 years. And every strategic decisions we make, we have to ask one question. Did this decision we made solve society problem? Because we believe the bigger social problem you solve, the more successful you are. When we started the e-commerce, nobody believed that China would have e-commerce because people believe on the guanxi, face-to-face, and all kinds of networking traditional ways. There's no trust system in China.
He had to overcome centuries of tradition by showing Chinese buyers and sellers that they could trust Alibaba with their money in this new virtual world. He did it by guaranteeing the transactions and creating his own payment system, an escrow account where Alibaba holds the buyer's money until the goods are delivered.
Every day we finish more than 30 million transactions. And that means that you are buying things from somebody you have never seen. You are giving products to the person you have never met. And there are some guys you never know that he's going to take your products to that place, to that person. I want to tell the people that the trust is there.
Because it's all about trust.
It's all about the trust.
Who works harder? The people at eBay or the people at Alibaba?
It's sometimes you have not only have to work hard, you have to work smart.
So would you say you work smarter than eBay? I'd have to say yes, right?
Well, so far.
Yeah, so far. Okay.
Because I think, we are pretty lucky people. And the people say, you work very hard. True, in this world, there's so many people work very hard. But they're not that. I told my team when we IPO'd, I asked a lot of people sitting there, I say, all of you guys, most of you guys, millionaires and so rich. But 15 years ago, who are we? It's so difficult for us to hire people 15 years ago. People who are not that bad. I said, people can still walk on the street. We hire them. Because nobody believes internet. And they join the company. Those people who believe they're smart, they were headhunted to the other company. They set up their own company. Those people, nobody go to headhunting them. They stayed. Today they become successful.
I learned my English by myself when I was 12 years old. For whatever reason, I don't know, I just fell in love with the language. Every morning from 5 o'clock, I rode a bicycle about 40 minutes to the Hangzhou hotel, looking for foreign tourists to teach me English. I showed them around the city, and they taught me English. My English is not perfect, but the things I learned so interesting because the things the Americans, the foreign tourists visit China, they told me are so different from the things I learned from my parents and my teachers. Yes, I was in Cultural Revolution, everything I taught, so different. Since then, everything I learned, I've got a habit. You have to think, use your own brain to think about it. Just 1 more minute. When everything thought is yes, wait for 1 minute. When everybody said no, wait for 1 minute. You think about it carefully. Because if you look at the world in a different way, you might do it in a different way.
In the future, you will not make money by the service you offer. How good service you do. It's going to be how efficient you are. People say, this is uncertain world. Every day is uncertain. The only certain day was yesterday. I'm not sure about that in the future I will dictate, I will be stupid. That's why I should retire early when I'm young.